So I'll go ahead and open that project. My project is named NoahSkate, but yours will be the project that came with the support files, named D3Skate Tutorial. Next, I'm going to go to my build settings and set Android as my target. After all of our assets have been imported, I'll now make a build and run it on my actual device. You'll want to test your game or application on the device before publishing to the App Store or the Android market to make sure that it runs as expected and is free of bugs or errors. At this point, you'll probably get an error message that says, "Unable to sign application. Please provide password." Disregard this for now because we'll add in the password in a couple minutes. After making a test build and running on my Google Nexus 1, I've verified that the game runs as expected with an acceptable frame rate. Now I want to get this on the actual Android market. The Android market is located at www.android.com/market. From this page you can see the featured apps and top free and paid apps. At the bottom you'll notice there's a link for developers, which we'll click. You'll need to set up a Google account if you don't already have one for the Android market. You can do that by clicking on the link below. If you haven't registered as a developer for the Android market, you'll need to create a developer profile and pay a one-time $25 fee, as well as agree to the Android Market Developer Distribution Agreement. Once you've signed up as an actual developer that can publish to the Android market, you can sign in with your account and arrive at the developer console page. At this point, we can make our final build, which we'll call Skate. With the player successfully built, we'll now attempt to upload this to the Android market. First, we'll need to select the APK file we just built. And then I click Upload. You'll see that after we've uploaded our application that we get an error about our application not being signed with a valid certificate. Creating a certificate can be found underneath the developer.android.com site by selecting Dev Guide and scrolling down to the publishing section and selecting Signing Your Applications. On this page you could follow these instructions to set up a certificate for signing your applications. However, Unity allows you to do this from within the editor. Just go to File, Build Settings, and then Player Settings, and create a new key store. Here we just need to give it a password and then confirm that password. Click the Browse Key Store button to open up this save window. And then we need to save our key store somewhere. Next, we'll need to actually create the key for signing this application. Here we'll need to create an alias for the key, which we'll just label Noesis. Pick a password. Leave the validity for 50 years. Name the organization. Specify the city and state and the country code. Now we just click Create Key. With our newly created key, we can select the key and enter our password. Now that we've added our passwords and key, we should no longer get that error message. At this point, you should build and run your application and make sure it loads and works correctly on your phone. Next, we'll build a version that will be submitted to the app market. Now let's go ahead and build our player again. With it built and signed, we can now go back to our developer console and choose our APK file again. And click Upload. Our application APK file has been accepted, so now we can fill out the rest of the application configuration. If we had some screenshots, we could add them here. However, we'll skip this part for brevity. However, we do need a high-res application icon, which I have underneath the Assets folder. You could add a promotional graphic, a feature graphic, a promotional video. You can also opt out of any marketing that the Android market will do on our behalf. Here, within the listing details, we just need to give a name for our application, a description, any recent changes, and some promo text. Finally, our application type we'll put under Games, and for category, we'll select Arcade and Action. We'll label this content as available for all. And finally, we'll check off our consent requirements. Now that we've saved our application, we could publish this by going to the bottom of our application configuration and hitting Publish. Our application is now available on the Android market. For more information on Android development with Unity, you can find the Getting Started with Android Development guide underneath the Unity manual.